Something has been happening inside you lately. A heaviness, a restlessness, a shift you can't explain. You feel like something is changing, ending, or beginning, and you don't know why, but your heart does. And what I'm about to say will make everything start to make sense. Stay till the end, because if you leave halfway, you'll miss the part that was meant for you. You didn't arrive here by accident. If you are watching this in the late hours of the night, when the world is quiet, when the noise has finally stopped, and only your heart is awake, understand something. This moment is not a coincidence. Your heart guided you here. Your soul brought you here. Your pain carried you here. Because deep down, you've been looking for something, maybe not even with words, but with the ache inside your chest. You've been holding so much in silence. You've been trying to stay strong while your heart feels tired. You've been smiling, even while something inside you feels like it's breaking. You've been praying, not out loud, but inside your soul. Quietly, desperately, Allah saw that. He saw the tears that never reached your face, the ones that stayed inside your eyes. He saw the moments where you wanted to explain your pain, but didn't have the words. He saw the nights where you let the world sleep, and you stayed awake, thinking, overthinking, trying to understand your own heart. He saw the way you've been trying to be patient, trying to stay hopeful, trying to hold on to faith, even when you feel yourself slipping. And Allah, in His beautiful mercy, guided you here in this exact moment. Not earlier, not later, but now. Right when your heart needed to hear that it is not alone. Right when your soul needed to remember that it is still seen, still valued, still loved. This moment, right now, is Allah's way of whispering to your heart, I was with you all along. I saw your pain before you spoke it. I heard your cry before you made it. I know the heaviness you carry, and I have not left you. You didn't come here to get information. You came here to get reminded that your story is not over, that your heart is not abandoned, that your pain is not ignored, that your journey is not unnoticed. You came here because Allah wanted to touch your heart again, slowly, softly, gently. The one who created your heart is calling it back to Him in the quiet of the night. Just breathe. You're not lost. You're being guided. And maybe, for a long time, you've been feeling like you have to do everything alone, like you can't show anyone your weak moments, like you always have to be the strong one, like you have to keep everything together. People around you see you standing, but they don't know how much effort it took just to stay on your feet. You've been carrying wounds you didn't talk about. You've been fighting battles that no one knows. You've been breaking quietly, politely, with a smile. And the truth is, that can make you feel invisible. It can make you feel like no one truly understands you. Not fully, not deeply, not the way your heart aches to be understood. But Allah understood every silence, every breath, every shaking moment where you questioned your worth. Every time you lied and said, I'm okay. He knew. Even when you didn't have the words to describe what you were feeling, your heart was speaking to Him, and He listened. This is why you are here now, not because you were scrolling, not because of chance, not because of the algorithm, but because your heart whispered to Allah, I don't know what to do anymore. I feel tired. I feel something missing. I need peace. And Allah answered your heart, not with thunder, not with loud signs, not with miracles falling from the sky, but with something gentle, something quiet, something personal, a reminder, a whisper, a sign meant only for you. Because Allah speaks to hearts in ways only hearts can understand. He didn't forget you. He didn't abandon you. He didn't replace you. He is guiding you. Slowly, lovingly. Right now, in this exact moment, Allah is holding you closer than you realize. So let your heart rest, just for a moment. Stop trying to be strong. Stop trying to understand everything. Stop trying to carry what is breaking you. Just let yourself feel this. You are seen. You are heard. You are known. You are loved. You are remembered. And you were never, ever alone. Your tiredness is not a sign of weakness. You think you're tired because you're not strong enough. You think exhaustion means you failed. But listen, your tiredness is not a sign of weakness. Your tiredness is a sign of how much your heart has carried. You've been holding your emotions together even when they were falling apart. You've been waking up every day and trying again, even when you wanted to give up. You've been patient with pain that others would have broken under. That is not weakness. That is strength. But strength can get heavy too. Sometimes your heart gets tired, not because you are weak, but because you have felt deeply and loved sincerely and cared silently in ways others will never understand. Allah sees that. There are nights where you don't even have the energy to speak, but your silence is a dua. Your tears are a dua. Your tired breathing is a dua. Allah hears even what you don't say. You don't have to force words you cannot find. Just sit with your heart and say, Ya Allah, I'm tired. Even if your voice shakes, even if you whisper, even if your heart feels numb. That one sentence is enough for the one who knows your entire story. You are not weak because you are tired. A heart that feels deeply gets tired. A soul that cares gets tired. A believer who is trying their best gets tired. Even the Prophet ﷺ had moments where he felt heavy and exhausted. Even the strongest hearts in history cried to Allah, and Allah never blamed them. Allah never said, "Why are you tired? Why are you struggling? Why are you crying?" No. Allah says, "I am near," which means you don't have to do this alone. Your tiredness is a message. It's your soul telling you, come back to the one who gave you strength in the first place. You are not asked to be perfect. You are not asked to never feel pain. You are not asked to be unbreakable. You are only asked to return. Return to Allah in your weakness. Return to Allah in your confusion. Return to Allah when you don't know what to do. Even if all you manage is a silent tear while your heart whispers, "Help me." That is worship. That is devotion. That is love. Your tiredness is not the end. It is the beginning of the moment Allah holds your heart gently again. So breathe, rest, and let yourself lean on the one who has never left you. The separation was protection. Sometimes the people you wanted the most are the ones Allah had to remove. And at first, it hurts. It feels unfair. It feels heavy, like something precious was taken from you. You wonder, why did they leave? Why did it end? Why wasn't I enough? But listen carefully. Their absence was not a loss. It was protection. Allah knows what your heart does not. Allah sees what you cannot see. Allah hears conversations you never heard. Allah sees intentions that were hidden from you. You may have loved with sincerity, but not everyone who came into your life came with sincerity. Some people were draining your spirit slowly. Some were taking your peace silently. Some were distracting your heart from Allah without you noticing. And because Allah loves you, He removed them. Even if your heart begged for them to stay. Even if you prayed for it to work. Even if you felt like they were your forever. Understand this. Just because you wanted them doesn't mean they were good for your soul. Sometimes Allah breaks your heart to save your soul. Sometimes Allah lets you feel the pain of letting go, so you don't feel the greater pain of holding on to what would destroy you. You were not rejected. You were redirected. There is a difference. You didn't lose love. You were saved from love that was not written for you. You didn't lose your future. Allah is protecting the future that is meant for you. The person who is meant for you will not make your heart feel heavy. They will not make your soul feel tired. They will not require you to lose yourself to keep them. Real love from Allah brings ease, peace, mercy, gentleness. The love Allah writes for you will feel like home, not like a battlefield. So, don't chase what Allah removed. Don't run back to what He saved you from. Don't grieve the closing of a door when Allah is guiding you to a better path. Trust His wisdom. Trust His timing. Trust His protection. Someday, you will look back and say, if that person stayed in my life, I would not have grown. I would not have healed. I would not have become who I am now. What? Someday, you will thank Allah for the no that felt like heartbreak, but was actually mercy. And when the one who is meant for you arrives, the one who fits your soul, not just your loneliness, you will understand why Allah had to remove the others, to make space, and for the blessing that was always meant to come. Inshallah. The silence you are in is a sanctuary. You may have noticed that your life has become quieter lately. People are distant. Conversations feel shallow. The places that once felt comfortable now feel heavy. The world around you seems to have slowed down. And maybe you're wondering, why does it feel like everything has stopped? Why does it feel like I'm alone? Why has life become so silent? But listen, this silence is not a punishment. This silence is a sanctuary. Allah is not isolating you to break you. He is isolating you to rebuild you. When Allah wants to change your heart, He first removes the noise around it. He removes the people who distract you. He closes the doors that were draining you. He takes away the attachments that were weakening you. He turns down the volume of the world so He can speak to you in peace. You are not being left behind. You are being brought closer. This silence is a place where your soul is healing, where your heart is learning how to breathe again, where your mind is learning to let go of what was hurting it. Silence is where Allah reshapes a believer, because it is in silence that you finally hear your own heart. You finally face your own wounds. You finally understand what truly matters. You finally realize what your soul has been starving for. And what your soul has been starving for is Allah. Your heart has been tired of chasing, tired of explaining, tired of proving, tired of holding on to things that were not meant to stay. So Allah brought you into silence to allow your heart to rest. Don't rush this season. Don't fight it. Don't think that something is wrong with you. This quiet phase is where Allah softens what life hardened. This quiet phase is where Allah removes what was blocking your growth. This quiet phase is where Allah opens the deepest doors inside your chest. This is where your faith gets repaired, where your self-worth is restored, where your purpose becomes clearer, where your relationship with Allah becomes personal, not just spoken. One day, when your heart is healed, when your soul is light, when your mind is clear, you will look back and realize this silence was a mercy. It was a gift. It was a turning point. Because in this silence, you are not alone. You are being held. You are being guided. You are being watched over lovingly by the one who created your heart. So breathe. Let the world be quiet. This silence is not empty. This silence is Allah's presence, wrapped around you like a blanket of peace. Just speak to Allah. You don't need to know fancy du'as. You don't need deep knowledge. You don't need perfect words. You don't even need strength. Just speak to Allah the way your heart speaks. You can talk to Him in whispers. You can talk to Him in silence. You can talk to Him with tears. You can talk to Him while you're lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, unable to move. Allah is not waiting for you to sound strong. He is waiting for you to be real. There are days where your heart feels too tired to explain, where you don't even understand your own emotions, where your chest feels tight, heavy, and full, and you think, How do I talk to Allah when I don't even understand myself? But that is the most beautiful moment to speak to Him, because Allah already understands you. Before you speak, before you cry, before you form a single sentence, sometimes all you need to say is, Ya Allah, please help me. And that is enough to move the heavens. You see, the world teaches you, be strong, don't cry, don't show weakness. But Allah says, bring me your weakness, bring me your tears, bring me your broken heart. He doesn't want what is perfect from you. He wants what is true. Cry if you must. Fall apart if you need to. Your tears are not a sign of faith disappearing. Your tears are your heart returning to Allah. When you cry to Allah, you are not falling, you are being carried. When you feel like you have no one to talk to, that is Allah inviting you to talk to Him. He removes the people who do not understand your heart, so your heart learns to go to the one who always will. Just talk. Talk to Him about the fear you hide, the confusion you pretend isn't there, the loneliness you don't admit, the sadness you keep inside your chest, the things you want but cannot reach, the mistakes you are scared to confront. Tell Him everything. Tell Him the things you said you would never say to anyone, the thoughts you can't even write down, the pain no one sees. Allah already knows, but He loves when you come to Him with it. Even if your voice shakes, even if your heart is exhausted, even if all you can say is, Ya Allah, I miss being close to you. That alone is worship. That alone is healing. Because every time your heart calls out to Allah, Allah calls you back to Himself. And the one who returns to Allah never returns empty. There will be nights where the sadness feels like it's sitting on your chest, where you don't have the words, where your heart feels heavy and your thoughts feel loud. In those moments, you don't need to think of what to say. Just feel and let your heart speak. Because the one who created your heart already knows how to listen to it. You can talk to Him like a friend, like a father, like the only one who has never left you. Say what you really feel. Say, Ya Allah, I don't know how to do this anymore. Ya Allah, I don't know why I feel this way. Ya Allah, I feel lost. Ya Allah, I feel empty. Ya Allah, I need you. Allah will never say, why are you feeling like this? Why are you crying again? Why aren't you stronger by now? No. Allah responds with, I am near. Allah responds with peace, with softness, with understanding that no human being can offer you. Because when you talk to Allah, you are talking to the one who knows. The pain behind your smile, the storm behind your silence, the question behind your confusion, the fear behind your anger. You don't have to explain it. You don't have to organize your thoughts. You don't have to make it beautiful. Just let it out. Let your heart empty itself in front of Him, because every tear that falls in the presence of Allah returns as mercy, returns as clarity, returns as strength. You are not being dramatic. You are not being weak. You are not being emotional for no reason. Your soul is finding its way back home, and home is always Allah. Do you know what's beautiful? You can speak to Allah at 2 a.m. and He listens. You can speak to Him at 3 p.m. and He listens. You can speak to Him in your happiest day and He listens. You can speak to Him in your darkest night and He listens. He never grows tired of hearing your voice. He never gets annoyed by your repeated du'as. He never ignores the same dua you make every night. He never says, you already asked for this, because Allah is not like people. People get tired. Allah does not. People listen to reply. Allah listens to heal. People hear your words. Allah hears your heart. So tonight, don't try to be strong. Don't try to hold everything in. Don't try to pretend you're okay. Just say, Ya Allah, I am yours. Take care of me, and watch how the world around you begins to soften, how your chest begins to loosen, how your heart begins to breathe again. Because when you speak to Allah, you are never speaking into emptiness. You are speaking to the one who has always been with you. Always. What you're going through is preparing you. There are moments in your life where everything feels heavy, where your heart feels confused, where you don't know what Allah is doing with you, where you wake up and wonder, why is this happening to me? Why does it feel so difficult? Why does everything have to hurt? But listen closely. This is not the end of your story. This is the part where Allah is preparing you. Allah does not break you to destroy you. Allah breaks you to rebuild you into someone stronger, wiser, and closer to Him than you have ever been. Every heartbreak you faced, every disappointment you held quietly, every tear you cried alone, every night you couldn't sleep, none of it was wasted. Every pain has been shaping you. Every delay has been educating your soul. Every loss has been clearing your path. Allah has been removing what you thought you needed to make room for what will elevate you. A believer is not made in moments of comfort. A believer is shaped in moments of being tested, stretched, and humbled. When you felt like life was falling apart, it was actually falling into place just in a way your eyes could not yet see. When you didn't get what you wanted, it wasn't rejection, it was protection. When something was delayed, it wasn't denial, it was preparation. When someone walked away, it wasn't loss. It was Allah removing the weight that could not go with you into the next chapter. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. Prepared to love with more sincerity. Prepared to trust with more depth. Prepared to walk with more faith. Prepared to recognize blessings when they come. Right now, you may not understand the wisdom. Right now, you may only feel the pain. But one day, you will look back and say, if that didn't happen, I wouldn't have become who I needed to be. And in that moment, everything will make sense. Allah is strengthening you quietly, refining your heart privately, sharpening your mind invisibly, softening your soul beautifully. Nothing you have gone through is useless. Nothing you have endured is forgotten. Nothing you have survived is unnoticed. Allah is preparing you for something beautiful, something that requires a softer heart and a stronger soul. And soon, when what is written for you finally arrives, you will finally understand why you had to go through everything you did. You will say, Subhanallah, now I see it. Now I understand. It was never pain. It was preparation. Inshallah. There are parts of your story right now that feel painful to touch. Memories that make your chest tighten. Wounds that never got the closure you wanted. Moments that still ache, even after time passed. And maybe you ask quietly, why did I have to go through that? Why couldn't life be easier? Why did Allah test me in ways others weren't tested? But my dear heart, the ones Allah loves the most, He shapes the most. And shaping is not always gentle. Gold is softened with fire. Steel is strengthened by pressure. Diamonds are created from extreme weight. And believers are shaped through hardship, not to break them, but to reveal their strength. You were not meant to stay who you were before the pain. You were meant to evolve. Every heartbreak taught you to love differently. Every disappointment taught you where to place your trust. Every loss taught you that nothing in this world is truly yours, except Allah. And perhaps the hardest truth of all, sometimes Allah takes away what you wanted the most, so He can give you what your soul actually needs. Because what the mind desires and what the soul needs are not always the same. Your heart might cling to something that shines, while your soul suffers quietly beneath it. So Allah intervenes. He removes, He rearranges, He redirects. Even when you don't understand it, even when you cry over it, even when your heart pleads to keep what it should release. But Allah sees what you cannot see. He knows the future. He knows the unseen. He knows the version of you that you are growing into, and He knows exactly what must leave your life for that version of you to be born. This transformation is not a punishment. It is a birth. And birth is not painless. Birth is not quiet. Birth is not easy, but it leads to life, to strength, to clarity, to peace. Right now, Allah is stretching your heart so it can hold bigger blessings later. He is widening your patience so it can handle deeper love. He is cleansing your soul so it can receive what is pure. What you're going through right now is not the ending. It is the opening, the chapter where the old you falls away and the new you rises, softened, strengthened, and surrendered. Soon, you will not just understand the wisdom, you will feel it, you will live it, you will thank Allah for it, and you will say, with tears of relief, Ya Allah, you knew, and you were preparing me all along. What is written for you will arrive with peace. There is something your heart needs to understand. What is meant for you will not rush you, stress you, confuse you, or break your spirit. What is meant for you will come with peace. Not the kind of peace that is loud or dramatic, but the kind that settles gently in your chest, like your soul has recognized something familiar. Because when Allah writes something for you, it will not feel like a battle to receive it. You won't have to chase it. You won't have to beg for it. You won't have to lose yourself to keep it. It will come in a way that feels natural, effortless, timed perfectly, not too early, not too late, but at the exact moment your heart is ready. Sometimes, what you want right now is not something your heart is ready to carry. Sometimes, Allah delays a blessing and to protect you from receiving it at the wrong time. Because if a blessing arrives before you are prepared for it, it can feel like a burden, not a gift. So the waiting is never empty. The waiting is Allah growing you, softening you, teaching you how to trust, teaching you how to love from purity, not need, how to hold blessings with gratitude, not attachment. The love that is written for you will not feel like fear. It will not make you anxious. It will not replace your connection to Allah. It will bring you closer to Him. The rizq that is written for you will not make your soul tired. It will not require you to sacrifice your dignity. It will not suffocate your heart. It will feel halal, calm, steady. You will not have to fight for what is yours. You will only have to be patient for it. What is written for you is already on its way. It is moving toward you, even when you feel nothing happening. Allah is aligning paths, changing hearts, shifting circumstances, opening doors you don't even know exist yet. Just because you don't see movement doesn't mean Allah is not working. Remember, the seed grows underground where no one can see, but one day it breaks through with life. Your blessings are growing quietly beneath the surface. Your job is not to force. Your job is not to rush. Your job is not to panic. Your job is to trust Allah. Because when the blessing that is written for you arrives, your heart will recognize it instantly. It will feel like, I don't have to question this. I don't have to chase this. I don't have to lose myself to protect this. It will feel like home. And one day, soon, when Allah reveals what He has been preparing for you all this time, you will understand the delays. You will understand the separation. You will understand the silence. And your heart will whisper, Subhanallah, this was always meant for me. There is a difference between something your ego wants and something your soul is written for. Your ego wants fast. Your soul wants true. Your ego wants something now. Your soul wants something that will last. Sometimes you think something is good for you because it looks beautiful on the outside, because it comforts your loneliness, because it fills the silence. because it feels like the answer in the moment. But Allah looks deeper. Allah looks at the heart of the matter. Allah looks at the future of your soul. And what Allah chooses for you will never harm you spiritually. It will never distance you from Him. It will never cost you your peace. If you had to beg to be seen, it wasn't yours. If you had to force it to stay, it wasn't written. If you had to break yourself to hold it, it was never a blessing. A blessing from Allah does not require you to lose yourself. It nourishes you. It makes you softer, not harder. It makes you grateful, not desperate. It brings you closer to Allah, not further. What is written for you will enter your life in a way that protects your dignity, your heart, and your relationship with Allah. It will not feel like a storm. It will feel like rain after drought. Sometimes Allah delays the blessing, so you don't arrive to it with the wounds of your past. He slows you down not to stop you, but to heal you, because the version of you who will receive the blessing is not the same version of you who prayed for it. You are growing into the person who can hold what is coming. So don't rush your heart. Don't rush your healing. Don't rush your destiny. What is meant for you is already moving toward you, not step by step, but breath by breath. And one day, without warning, without forcing, without pain, it will arrive. It will feel gentle. It will feel familiar. It will feel written. Your heart will relax. Your chest will soften. Your soul will finally say, "This is it. This is what I was waiting for." And in that moment, you will understand why everything before it had to fall apart. To make space, to make room, to make your heart ready. Because real blessings don't arrive to a crowded heart. They arrive to a heart that has learned how to trust Allah. And soon, very soon, you will look back and say, "Alhamdulillah, I waited, and what Allah gave me was worth every tear." You are never alone. There are moments in life where you feel like no one sees you, where your heart feels like it's sinking quietly, where you feel surrounded by people yet still unseen, where your mind is loud but your voice stays silent. And maybe you've been carrying so much on your own that you forgot what it feels like to rest. You've learned how to smile even when you're hurting. You've learned how to comfort others while your own heart is aching. You've learned how to say, "I'm okay," even when you feel like breaking. And somewhere along the way, you began to believe that you had to go through life alone. But listen to this truth, the kind of truth that settles gently in your chest. You have never, ever been alone. Not for one breath, not for one step, not for one tear. Allah was there. He is there. And He will always be there. When you cried quietly into your pillow, Allah was the one who held your heart. When your voice trembled in sujood, Allah was the one who understood every word you couldn't say. When you felt lost and didn't know where to turn, Allah was guiding you softly back to Him. You don't need to speak loudly for Allah to hear you. You don't need to be strong for Allah to accept you. You don't need to hide your pain from the one who created your heart. Allah knew you before the world met you. Allah loved you before anyone else cared for you. Allah heard your pain before you put it into words. And when everyone else leaves, Allah stays. When everyone else grows tired, Allah does not. When everyone else misunderstands you, Allah understands you perfectly. He knows the wounds you never show. He knows the fears you try to silence. He knows the prayers you whisper in the dark. And He responds, not always with what you expect, but always with what your soul needs. Sometimes His answer is patience. Sometimes His answer is a new path. Sometimes His answer is healing, disguised as heartbreak. Sometimes His answer is silence, because your heart is learning how to listen. But His answer is always love. If your heart is hurting right now, know that Allah is closer than the pain. If your chest feels tight, know that Allah is closer than your breath. If you feel lost, know that Allah is guiding you, even if you don't see it yet. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not unseen. You are not unloved. Allah has been holding you all this time. So tonight, if all you can do is place your hand on your heart and whisper, Ya Allah, that is enough. The one who brought you through every storm will not leave you in this moment. Your story is not ending. It is unfolding, and Allah is writing something beautiful for you, something worth the wait, something worth the tears, something worth the patience, something worth the silence, something worth the letting go. You will understand soon. And when you do, your heart will whisper, He was with me all along. He never left. Inshallah. My dear heart, if you are still here, listening till the end, then this message was truly for you. You were not guided to this moment by accident. Your soul recognized something here. Your heart needed this reminder. So before you leave, place your hand on your chest for a moment. Feel your heartbeat. Feel the life inside you. And remember, Allah has never left you. Not in your darkest night. Not in your heaviest silence. Not in your deepest pain. He was with you when others were not. He was listening when no one else understood. He was holding you together when you felt like falling apart. Your journey is not over. Your story is not finished. Something beautiful is being written for you, even now. So, tonight, rest your heart with Allah. Talk to Him. Cry to Him. Return to Him. And say softly, Ya Allah, I trust you. Because when you trust Allah, even the hardest paths lead to the most beautiful destinations. May Allah heal your heart. May He fill your soul with peace. May He bring you closer to Him with every breath. Amen. Thank you for being here. And thank you for listening with your heart. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.